Ocarina of Time has 0 charges, and I don't remember using it. Was this a weird error that we had before?
That wouldn't
Thing of
surprise me. Yeah.
0
Yeah, I don't
charges?
remember you using it since the last rest anyway, so I think you would
Yeah.
have regained at least however many you get on a dawn.
Let me double check and see what I regained. 1d4 plus 1. Might as well roll it.
Yeah.
So I got it.
3 charges.
3. All right.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I do not have Luster Restoration.
You didn't prepare it for the day?
No, I didn't prepare. Because I like barely ever use it. So
Yeah.
So, are there? I know the ceilings are a little high, if I remember correctly, like 30 feet, 40 feet.
This room is a little bit lower. This room is probably 20, 25, maybe. The main chamber is a little bit taller, yeah. The main was 40, I think.
Am I pretty confident that creature can't get through the doors here?
It doesn't look like it could fit comfortably. If it needed to, it would take its time to be able to get through it, and would not be effective at reaching out at you while it was stuck. I'll put it that way.
All right, I am actually going to. Let's see here. I see the distance here.
You are
Dark
still
room?
super
Still
low. It is. Hang on. Yeah, where you're at anyway. The only light in there was thrown in.
Oh, sorry. There's like a stone or something.
I think Arteme threw her orb, her little light orb or something in there, if I remember right.
I put my light orb on me.
Didn't. So I thought somebody. Nazim, did you throw something in there?
Sorry, I'm on mute. Yes, I made a stone with light on it, and then I threw it to give it to you.
You're super quiet. I turned you up on my side. Go ahead and try again.
Sorry. You hear me now?
Yep, that's better.
Okay. Perfect. So yeah, I put light on a stone, and then I was carrying it for a while, and then I think I threw it to.
Okay.
I think it was Ogo, I think it was someone who couldn't see in the dark.
Anyway, I think the room is illuminated.
Man, I got way too many spell slots to be this fucking close to death. And we think this creature is immune to magic or just weak to it.
You.
Like I remember, we think magic may not work on it at all, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
if we touched it yet.
I don't think you guys as players, the characters. All right, Fox. I don't think you guys as characters figured it out yet, basically. But there was Serana had hit it with something and it didn't work.
Jesus, you're all the way down there, guys. Oh, come on! All right.
Arrow was trying to get you out of that blast radius. It probably would have killed you. Okay, Fox.
Oh, it's so stupid. It's just so stupid. No, I shouldn't do that.
He's not. The creature itself has taken a significant beating. Like it's not, dead yet, but it doesn't have a ton left.
I am just. Yeah, but I can't do a ton. I'm gonna cast guidance on Sarah.
Okay.
So you get a little bit better on your next roll. That's my action. I'm gonna use my movement.
Off the broom?
Yeah, I'm gonna get off the broom.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my movement to see. It's probably not very bright in here, so I probably can't see much. But I will just move it to get onto the other side of the statue and try to just lean up against this statue for this turn.
Okay.
And bonus action. I'm gonna
make a stealth check while you're at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself as a bonus action. A little bit higher level, just get some hit points. And not great, not
a great roll, but not nothing.
Yep. And stealth check.
Yep. And then Norok, you're up next. And Norok could be going unconscious for third time ever in the campaign soon. So, oh geez, all right, all right. That if your turn.
That is it for my turn.
All right, Norok, it is your turn. You are, yeah, it's extremely low. The blast did just go off, but the creature is up very soon, and it's likely to move. And if it, well, leave that for you to decide what you want to do there. What's the plan, Holmes?
Right.
Maybe it's just my side. You guys all seem a little bit quiet, but maybe it's just my headset.
Yeah,
here.
the music's actually really low for me. I wonder if.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
How's it for everyone else? Do I just have it really low? Because you can adjust on.
Justin is fine on my end.
Okay. Ben was really quiet. Justin was really quiet. Salko was really quiet. So I just turned my headset up a little bit, but that made the music even louder for me. Anyway, Holmes, what are you doing?
Well, I don't think it would do any good to hit him with my lightning, so I think I'm just gonna have to go in. I think I got enough movement. There we go. 5.
Yeah, that's stone, by the way. I know it looks like water. It's just a stone dais.
Okay. I can walk up over it or whatever. Not
Yep.
high. Okay.
Yeah. It's just a one step. It's less than your regular step would be anyway.
Okay. Sorry, computer's just a little laggy.
No problem.
And I will remember the not relentless assault, the
Great
wording
weapon?
advantage. Well, great weapon too.
Oh,
and then reckless attack.
reckless.
I think
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. All right,
Did it work?
19. I believe it does. It is. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay.
All right. Hang on. That one I can pause. That's better. That's why it was so loud. Did that change? You guys probably heard something. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know if that
Seemed
part.
Sounds like something shut it off.
Yeah, the wind. Yeah, exactly. The wind was still playing, and it wasn't supposed to be. So,
Okay.
where's my add-on for that? There we go. All right, 16. That was reckless, not great weapon master, though, right?
Well, it was great weapon too, so it would have been. Did it still hit? So it would have been what?
Well,
15?
hang on. If it
or
if it
14?
was with great weapon master, then it would have missed because
Okay.
great weapon would be -5.
No, it was. So that would have then.
Okay. All right. So that's a miss. All right.
My second one.
Uh, 17 will not hit. Your token has blood all over your head on it. Like your head is barely visible. At least on my side. 8 will also not hit. No luck with those. Oh, hang on. That would have been damage roll. You rolled a d12 there. That wasn't another swing.
Oh, did I hit the wrong thing?
Yeah. Assuming you were rolling a third, you're intending to roll a third attack.
Must have the wrong one.
Oh, good.
Oof.
But that also won't hit. Yeah, 16 won't do it.
Yeah.
All right. Bonus actions.
Don't think so.
All right. That brings us to the creature then. It is going to spin in place. You're not near a pillar. Hang on. Let me look at the environment thing here. Because that's just the blast. What the crashing thing is its action. Crushing defender? No. Just a sec here. Oh yeah.
Someone save Norak!
Well, I mean, well, at the moment, anyways, its options are limited. It wasn't slowed, but wait, it is slowed, right? Isn't it slowed? Yeah, it's slowed.
Yes.
Yeah, until Sarah loses concentration, anyways. So he basically, his options are a little more limited at the moment, and one thing that he has to do is crash those pillars, and Norak is not next to the pillar, thankfully, at the moment. He is going to run through. You're going to be knocked prone without a dex save home, so make a DC 18 dex. but he is going to slam into this pillar over here and destroy that. 15 feet of the pillar, 4d10 plus 20 force damage. It's 20. Oops. Fox, that'll be you as well. Oh, and no, you're actually just barely outside of the range, Fox. It is 40 damage to Serana, though. Was that 11, Holmes?
Yeah, new one.
I keep having to scroll up. That's weird. You were cutting out there, G. Or maybe you're just muted. What'd you say?
I was muted. Yeah, neither one were very good. It looked like 11 was my best.
Okay. Yep. All right, so you are knocked prone.
Okay.
It isn't, the damage isn't a concern there. It just runs through you. It's not a... then it doesn't prompt opportunity attacks either, so you won't get to anything there. But because that's his only action, he only gets action or bonus action and 0 reaction, so that's all he can do. That pillar is exploded. It is Nazim's turn. What you doing, Sako?
All right, perfect. So what we're going to do then is I'm being chased by that guy. If possible, I'm going to go ahead and shoot at him. All 4 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1.
That'll hit.
All right.
Go ahead and roll all the attacks unless you get a crit, and then we'll just roll the damage at once for simplicity's sake.
Got it.
Mouse over him and hit T. The second one will hit. Third will not. And now that you're 17, you have 4, right? That one will also hit.
Yeah.
All right, so roll 3 damage.
3 damage coming up. I pressed T on him, so I don't know if it's locked in or not.
I don't see it. Oh, I do.
Good
Never mind.
try.
It is there. Yeah, it is there. It was zoomed out and it's dark blue, so it kind of blended in.
Okay. Ooh.
All right, some good rolls there. All right, so 17 and 15, 32. He is still up and moving, but he is below bloodied now.
All right, I will use 30 feet of running.
Okay.
30
The door is
slash-
closed, but it does, if you grab the doorknob and open it, or, well, it's not really a doorknob, but, a door, it does open.
Okay. Go ahead and open that.
Okay.
And I think I have one more movement, right?
Yep.
So I will stay right there in the door, keeping an eye on him as he comes down the hallway.
Okay. Any bonus actions?
Not at this time.
All right. Artemis, you'll be up here in a second. It is Serana's turn. She is going to... I got to remove the rubble bit there. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. All right. She is going to move away from him a bit, just past Artemis. And she's low on these. What's that angle look like? Before stepping back past Artemis, she's going to stand there and do this. Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay, so she's going to aim it to avoid hitting Norok. DC 18 con save with advantage. The limitation, by the way. Well, you got a natural. That was super loud on my side. Was that loud for you guys?
That was pretty loud.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Because I don't. Well, I can't trigger that one regularly. I'm going to turn what I think it controls it for you guys as well. I'll turn it down on my side. I'm just not certain that it works. So I'm not sure if your guys' individual controls override that or not. So. Anyways, with a natural 20, though, it is still half is on success. Yeah. All right. All right. So 21. The limitation, by the way, you as the players knew this. Your characters didn't, but now your characters have now. So, well, at least those that were nearby enough to see it, which is just Artemis and Norok, is that anything below 5th level is ineffective. It's just ignored. 5th level and up does work. And she cast it at 5th specifically, but not that she would have known it necessarily, but she had done something lower earlier and all low on options there, decided to use that at that time. That brings us to the mummy, and then Arteme, you are up after that. He is going to, having lost his mount. Nazim, make a DC 16 Wisdom save.
Okay, wisdom save coming up. Attributes, wisdom.
He's stepping around the corner and then kind of slowly walking towards you and just staring at you. Ooh, geez, just barely. All right,
Nice.
this is what he was attempting,
Dreadful glare.
but it does not succeed. So he's continuing to walk towards you though. 1, 2, 3, there. That is the extent of his movement, bringing us to Arteme. What you doing, Fox?
You afraid of a mummy? I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Jeez, okay, that thing is super close. Jeez. Okay. Okay. Where is everybody located?
Sarah and Pogo are in the room to the north. Well, you know what? From what you've seen, actually, actually, you can just barely catch Nazim. Rather, has just stepped through a door on the other chamber to the left of you guys. He's basically ran a big loop. He went out through the door to the north and went around, and now you can just barely see him in the room to the left of you. Clearly being chased by something. You're not sure what. In the room with you is Serana next to you, and Norok, up on the dais not far. You did see Sarah pick up an unconscious Pogo and fly out of the room to the north on the broom.
Okay.
Safety.
Okay, well, that's not gonna work. Okay, I'm going to use my short bow on the scorpion and then run away from it.
All right. It is outside of range. You're not threatened, so.
Also, can it stop asking if I want to, like, consume my bow, please?
Let me see. I didn't get a chance to fix all that stuff, obviously.
Yeah, I figured it's so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did that change? Was that volume level any different?
It was a little loud, but I thought it was a better loud because I like the sound effect.
But it wasn't as loud as it was the last time it went off.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm gonna bump it down a little bit more on my side. If we get it on the
It
natural
was
20.
pretty loud. That's bad.
So I bumped it down like 20% last time. I bumped it down in half now from what it was just this time. So we'll see what happens. All right, go and roll damage, Fox. Natural 20 hits, obviously. Let me see if I can change the thing so that it doesn't.
Is it a critical?
Yep. All right, 12. Not huge, but it is in rough shape already, so still clinking away at it. Bonus actions or movement, Fox.
Yeah, I mean,
Sarah, you're up next.
I could go back to selecting it. Over here.
You definitely won't be able to get that far. You'd go 5, 10, 15,
I'm trying to
20,
be on,
25,
like, on
30.
the other side of this pillar without getting hit if the pillar gets destroyed.
You can actually make it to where you are, and that is just barely outside the range of it. So yeah, you'd be safe there. Not from the creature itself necessarily, but at least if the pillar gets destroyed, yes.
Perfect. Okay.
All right. Bonus actions.
Not at the moment. I was gonna try to use cure wounds, like mass cure wounds on like people, but it's only a 30-foot radius of people I could see, and people are too spread out.
Yeah, it wouldn't do you too much good right now. Both you and Serana are both injured, but not severely. So yeah, no, you're not close enough to anybody that would get a big impact from it.
Yeah.
Okay, then that'll bring us to Sarah. What's doing, Specky? Becky?
I don't think they can hear you.
Bad. I was muted. I was talking to myself.
No problem.
So I'm gonna come out here so I can take a peek at what's going on, and then I'm going to use Vortex Warp on Norok because he's within range, unless he wants to fight it, but he doesn't have to. He's not saying anything, so I'm guessing not.
No.
And I'm gonna move him behind this pillar. And then I'm going back up here. I'm gonna go on this. Whoop. This way, and go right back to where I was. And that is my turn.
Okay. That's it? No bonus actions? Nothing?
I don't have any bonus actions that would do any good right now.
Okay. All right. Well,
That is
things are about to get real dicey.
That's why I moved him behind the pillar. So he can't get hit, at least.
Well, okay. What did I miss? Hang on. Sorry, I was typing into something there for work too. How are you helping him move?
Yeah, I moved Norok with Vortex Warp.
Okay. I see it in there. Sorry. Yeah, I heard it, but I was sorry. Normally I can multitask, and for whatever reason I can't right now. I'm sorry. So I totally heard it, just didn't process it somehow. Like it was, it was still like buffering. All right. In that case, then that brings us to the environment turn. The environment turn is really terrible. That is how Norok got so dead in the first place, and may about to be deaded again.
Nuh-uh, because now he's behind a pillar.
Oh shit, that's right. Yes. Okay. Good point. Arteme and Serana are not, so they'll get hit with a blast. It is. Hang on, it's in the environment, I think. Did I put it in here? Or did I put it on the? Is it that one? Hang on. That is not it. This is Star Vault, which is. I must have put it on the Scorpion. Sorry. Give me just a sec. There it is, Rage of Ra. That's what it was. Okay, it's not as well. It's not as much as I thought it was, anyways. 3d10 plus 20. So it could be worse. Except I still have to fucking do it manually. Great. 3d10 plus 20. All right, so that is 33 damage to Arteme and Serana. You got that, Fox?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, that is applied. The radiant blast coming from the Scorpion itself. Norok is obstructed behind the pillar, so he is not affected, bringing us to Pogo.
All right. Well, I was kind of hoping it would be taken care of by now. Let's see here.
If only somebody else would solve all your problems.
10, 15, 20. If I come here, can I see any of the bad guys?
Well,
guessing
no.
Nope.
Yeah, it's
right.
obstructed. You can
I
see
get
part of a
here.
dead camel in a hallway, and that's it.
All right. And
Now
right
you can.
now, I can at least see the Scorpion, but I can't see the mummies or anything. The mummy's all dead.
Well, you don't know this. The camels are both dead, but one mummy is still alive and chasing Nazim. You just don't know that, although you did hear sounds of combat. But that said, this room is dark. You wouldn't be able to see it, except that the area around Arteme is still illuminated. Hence, the Scorpion is illuminated from that.
Right, so I see some of that. Okay.
Yep.
I also don't know the higher levels that would cause damage to it.
You did hear. I mean, I would say that you're in tune and aware that there's a battle going on here. That you would be aware that Serana casted something at it that was effective, but she didn't shout it or anything like that, telling you what it was, and you didn't see it. So,
all right, since it is,
you know what though? Do this. Make an Arcana check, and
Right.
we'll call it
oh,
a
it's
high
okay.
DC.
No, I got.
Okay.
That. So, no, that wouldn't work either.
You guys would have been really boned if he wasn't still slowed.
Yeah.
You guys are having a hard enough time, with him slowed and still. No.
Yeah, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't have much I could do. I wouldn't know. I'm just going to use my action for to try to shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh, that'll hit.
all right. Hold on. Wait for it, guys.
Oh, so that's going to be a 1 too. Right, well, it's still
8
something.
damage.
Yeah, I mean, you guys
Yeah.
are slowly clinking away at his plated armor here, but
And then
go
bonus.
ahead and make that Arcana check anyways. Now that you kind of
Alright.
because you had to aim at him, which means
Well,
you have
now
to
that
look
I've
closely at
seen,
it.
maybe I noticed something.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because if now that you had to kind of aim down sights at him to really
see
get a
nothing.
shot off. Yeah, with that, no. Yeah,
I'm
you see that
doing
he's
a great
frosty.
job, guys. And then I'm going to use my bonus action and the rest of my movement to pretty much get back to where I was.
Okay.
That should get me right about here.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right, that'll bring us to Norok. So Norok, you got unwillingly, potentially, well, I don't know, teleported to behind a pillar, which saved your normally durable life. And of course, you're just going to choose to go right back into it. Good. go right back into danger.
Well, nobody else can hurt it, so if I don't, then we're all dead. So
Yep.
is that 20, 25?
Well, you had a
20?
corner there, so you had 5,
Okay.
10, 15. You're at 20 right now.
Okay. And yet again, right on his ass with all my movement.
Yep, that'll work.
All right. Again, reckless and great weapon master, please.
Okay. So -5 on this roll.
Yeah.
His AC is 19, by the way. Like you've barely
Okay.
gotten through the plates a few times, and it was when you rolled 19s or higher, obviously. So,
Yep.
not that Norok knows that, but he knows what it takes to get through something. There you go. That'll hit. Oh, hang on. That's not -5. Nope.
Nope.
That's the same roll as last time, so that will not make it. You guys are 17. You know what I mean? Like you're high enough level that these challenges have to be difficult.
So it makes them fun.
I hope so. I don't want it to feel like a slog. The problem is when you miss all the time, and
It's just really bad rolls.
yeah, it's just a lot of bad luck right now. That's 2 in a row for a Norok that are bad luck. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, one that gets through. G.
Okay.
Do you have anything to juice it up? That's still a good hit. All right, 16.
I think
All right.
Yep, I think I already used it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's still chugging along, but he is definitely in very bad shape. Like he's only got a little sliver left. Anything bonus actions or I guess it was all your movement. Any bonus actions, Holmes?
No, that's it for me.
All right. That'll bring us back to the Scorpion. And with, let's just say that there isn't an effective pillar nearby, and he just got attacked by a target that was right next to him. And so crushing a pillar would be not particularly useful at this moment. He is going to first spin at Norok, and a beam bursts out from his tail. This kind of mechanical chunk of steel that's attached to his tail. DC 18 con save, Holmes.
Okay.
That will not succeed. Norok, you are paralyzed for 1 minute.
All right.
Let's see. There we go. Paralyzed. I mean, that's curable, but it's not something you can repeat. No, you repeat saves at the end of turns, actually. Sorry. Otherwise, it'll last for 1 minute.
Okay.
But with you paralyzed, he is then going to attack you, which you have disadvantage on. Or I guess he would have advantage on the roll, but I don't know that it's going to matter. 27. I assume that'll hit.
Mm.
All right. And that is... 11. How many hit points did you have, Holmes?
Well, it'd be halved, right? So
Oh
six.
shit! It would be halved. Yeah. Well, you're.
Is it still, it's just a regular melee, right? It's not
It is just regular melee. That's
elemental
true.
or anything.
Yeah. You. How many hit points did you have? You had 10, right?
10. Yeah, so I have like 4 now.
So you have you take 6 damage because it rounds up. So you take
Yeah.
6, leaving you with 4 hit points left.
Okay.
Norak is about to get chomped, everybody. As few of you that can see where you're standing, but he is still conscious. He's just being pecked at and clawed at by the scorpion's talons. Bringing us to Nazim.
All right. Keep shooting off those Eldritch Blasts at this person right here.
Okay.
All 4.
That'll hit.
2, 3, and
So good so far.
4.
Third one will miss, and fourth will hit. So go ahead and roll 3 damage. 13, 25, and 36. Still barely up. Like he's blasted to bits, and one of his legs is kind of separated enough from the torso of this, long since dead creature. He's having trouble moving towards you, but he is still trying to move towards you.
Gotcha. I'm going to keep my line of sight with the door open.
Okay.
20, and then diagonal one here.
Okay.
Can I still see down the hallway from here, so I could just kind of
You can
keep
see
an eye
both.
on him?
Yeah, he is just barely outside your vision there, but you can still see the shape moving towards you,
Okay.
to the mummy in the hallway. The scorpion you can see to the right of you. One of you, maybe it was you, Nazim, had thrown the little orb on the ground there, and I found it on the ground in the room. So that's where the light is coming from, inside the room.
Okay. I think I'm good then for.
For this turn,
You know what?
you still have bonus
Yeah,
action
yeah.
if you have anything.
Yeah, I was thinking about psychic shoving, but I think I'll be all right. We're good here.
Okay. All right. That'll bring us to Serana. Artemis will be up here in a minute. Serana is, having seen that one thing was useful there, is going to use her... Well, she still has a couple. All right. Yeah, she's going to do that for sure then. She's going to move over in front of Artemis and cast a 5th. What she had casted previously that was ineffective was a base level of this, but having seen what it took to get through it, is going to lightning bolt him. DC 18 dex save with advantage, which he succeeds, so half damage. Uh, 35 and half. This thing just refuses to die. It is barely hanging on. Sliver of life left, but still there. That is it for her turn, bringing us to the mummy. Mummy is going to continue chasing after with his reduced movement. Can still see Nazim, though. Just around the corner there, is going to do... None of these are great. Let's see. That would take too long for it to use. Sorry, guys. All right. Well, he doesn't have a lot else to use, so he's gonna do this. Range spell attack. He's gonna outcast it to 4th. At Nazim, a 24. I assume that hits. I don't think you have anything that can block up to a 24 AC, do you, Nazim?
Not 24, no.
Okay. All right, normal damage. 26 damage to Nazim.
Holy crap. 26. Give me a sec here. Minus 2, 6.
And that is it
All
for
right.
his turn. You're not concentrating on anything, it looks like, so Nothing concerned about there. And bringing us to Artemis' turn.
We're fine, guys.
Walk it off, everyone. Walk it off.
You guys think there's like a Motel 6 around here?
Really? You guys, it's 9:20 a.m. You guys already need a long rest. Oh shit!
Did that work?
It did. Good shot, Fox. And that is there's a flat number, isn't it? Yeah, regain 70 hit
Yeah.
points, Holmes.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
no, it's 70. Okay. It should be 80 because I put it as
Did you
level
upcast?
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't show the upcast in the text there, but yeah, whatever you upcast it to, then so 80 hit points, Holmes.
80. All right. Thank you,
Yep.
folks.
That's huge. Good heal. Any bonus actions or movement, Fox? Now, where you are, let me remind you of something. Where you are right now, if the blast goes off from it, which is going to, that's going to happen soon. Where you are, you will get hit by it because you just got hit by it, for the last time. So if you're not behind the pillar, basically, then it'll get you. Which actually, by the way, Serrano would have moved afterwards. 8 for Serrano, thank you.
I tried putting it on Serrana. I don't know if it worked.
It did. Yeah, it worked. It doesn't automatically apply the number, but it does show the effect, so I know where it's coming from. You see that she moved over there specifically to impose the pillar there. You're attempting to do the same, Fox?
Yep, that's it.
I'm going to move you just slightly, because where you are, it would... There we go. Now you'd be obstructed. Which is shorter distance, so
Thank you.
still within. All right, that brings us to Sarah.
Okay. Back to peek out the door at chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, first. Alright, we're going to cast at 5th level Psychic Lance. Oh shit.
All right.
That's hard.
What's the range on that? Oh, 120
it's
feet.
120.
Yeah, that's good.
So he's got an intelligence saving throw.
All right. I don't think he's very smart. Like my stupid dog barking. He's actually really sick, so I'm like, he'd still be in trouble anyways. Is that okay for him to just bark randomly? But he's I was really worried about it today, and he's starting to feel better. So I'm actually not as annoyed that he's barking because it means that he's feeling better. Let's see. Intelligence save. Here, I'll just do it from this button. Which he has advantage on. Stop woofing, dumb boy. He fails.
Wait, so he is incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Shit, really? Wow.
Yep. And
All right, let me find
becomes a bunch of
incapacitated. Well, I mean, he only had a tiny bit left, so we'll see. 20? Okay, well, you see him freeze as the muscular structure beneath it, though paralyzed, begins to collapse. So though you know that he should have been paralyzed, it stops moving because he's dead.
Yay.
Blood splatter on him.
Spend a sorcery point to move Nora.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with 80 hit points, he probably would have been okay. Like that was, half his health back just from that one heal, so he probably would have been all right. But still, he was definitely on death's door there. I'm surprised he didn't go conscious again.
Is the environment based off of that scorpion, or is it based off of the?
It was coming out of
itself?
him. Yeah, it was coming out of
so
him.
More
specifically.
environment damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I would say, yeah, you gather it's probably, something coming from him.
Okay.
And the beam, the paralyzing beam that he shot you with came out of his tail. It was all kind of stuff that's built into his armor.
Nice.
As far as you would gather from looking at him. All right, sorry, I gotta plug my laptop in here.
Just gonna yell at Pogo behind me. I think it's safe now.
I think I forgot how time works, and is there a clock? What are we?
Well,
Not totally sure what happened.
it's not completely safe just yet. Though the environment doesn't go off, there is still a hostile creature alive. You guys have heard Dazim in the other room dealing with something, just got blasted and injured. But it is Pogo's turn. Sarah, that was it for your turn, right? Just like the lance,
Yeah.
like you didn't. Okay. Bringing us to Pogo.
All right. I am going to come around. Oh, can't go through the wall. I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 to get in here to where I can see the room.
Yep.
Everything.
Yeah, the
looks-
scorpion seems to have collapsed in place, still covered in frost and, scars, dinged up armor, all that stuff.
There's a door to the right, correct?
Yeah.
Do we,
There's big double doors.
Did I remember like watching Nazim run up here to the north?
I mean, he ran past you because he was trying to stand by you,
yeah.
or you were trying to stand by him. You saw him run away from you up to the north, yes.
All right. That's right. That was when I was under the thing. 5, 10. All right. Then I'm going to use my bonus action to continue moving and get to about here.
You get 2 more because there would have been diagonals in there, so there
Like
you go.
that.
Yeah, there's a camel that's filling the hallway, and like he was, a big camel that was barely filling the hallway before. No Nazim, just a dead camel.
Okay.
Blood splatters, and they go around the corner behind it.
I am going to use my action then to cast light on my sword again.
Okay.
So I can see better. So I've got
All
light
right.
cast on my sword.
I'll turn the torch on for you. Maybe. There we go.
Which will
CBI.
drop, which I believe will drop guide. No, nope, light's not concentration. So yeah, I've just got light.
Okay. Yeah, dancing lights I think is, but not regular light. All right.
All right, that's my turn.
All right. That brings us to Norok. What you doing, Holmes? From where you are, G, you see to the right of you, just your kind of battle awareness. Nazim over your right shoulder is in the other room there, and he was running away from something, and a spell hit him. Impacted that came from the north. So you know something is still over there.
Okay, and that was coming from like behind those doors to my right. So to the
to the left. Yeah, exactly. Well, I said over your right in the direction you were facing, but yes, to the left on the map there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought you meant. Okay, then I'm going to
Yep.
head that way.
Yep.
Because I
Okay.
thought I heard commotion stuff. 10.
Yeah.
Oh, look at your little blood trail.
You guys are
Yeah.
leaving blood trails everywhere on the map.
Messing up their carpets and shit.
This looks like a.
Bread.
Is it Akira Kurosawa? Was the samurai movies? It was Kurosawa, wasn't it? They used to make like all the, like Seven
gore
Samurai and
fest.
those kinds of the ones that were like they would slash somebody and there would just be a fountain of blood. That's what the map looks like.
Are these doors closed or can I go through?
No, it's open. Yeah, it's open. You left them open when you guys came in. Oh shit! No, I'm sorry.
No.
There's a portcullis in place. That's correct. Yeah, you can't get
Oh,
through
yeah.
it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Although I will say that you saw the portcullis, you would know that it was closed before you walked. Like you could see Nazim on the other side of it, but yeah, it is blocked as far as passage.
Can I see the mummy? Or what I thought was chasing him? I don't know.
I mean,
exactly
you
what it is.
did.
know
I mean,
was chasing him.
You did. You saw a mummy was chasing after him up the hallway on the camel. Not really. It's actually obstructed where you're standing.
Crap. Okay. Well, then I'm just going to yell obscenities at it and tell him that his
All right.
that his mom is covered in band-aids. So, or his mom was a band-aid.
All right. The
He's
scorpion's dead, so he is out of initiative. I don't want to delete him from the tracker, or from the map. But that brings us to Nazim.
All right, we're going to finish this guy off here. Let me go ahead and pull up my Eldritch. I'm going to target him again. Eldritch Blast again. We're going to try and kill him real quick.
All right.
Come over. He needs to go down. All right, 1,
That'll hit.
2, 3, 4.
All of those hit.
All right, you got 4 shots coming at you here.
The shape he's in, you gather obviously that it wouldn't even take all this, but you're going all out just to be certain. Yeah, he had 6 hit points left, so he's definitely toast. Oops, I did not mean to move him. Let's do that. There we go. He is toast. And splatted. There we go. And we will end combat for the moment. Well, as far as initiative, anyway. Sorry. Pardon the abrupt change. Oops.
Oh, well, that was unexpected.
Okay.
I'm actually probably gonna run through the whole hallway on trying to tiptoe through a dead camel.
Yeah, so I mean, you'd have to climb over it. It is, filling most of the space after it fell down. So
One of my favorite Tiny Tim songs.
tiptoeing over a dead camel.
Tiptoe through the camels.
And there is a decrepit mummy, kind of also blocking it that you can also clamber over.
Does the mummy have anything interesting on it that I can see through the blood?
Make an investigation check.
And if
Yeah.
I see Nazim on the other side, I'd be like, "I'm coming to save you. We all good. Everything fine.
Your hero, little
Came as
beat up
fast as I
halfling,
could,
barely conscious halfling.
fast as I wanted to. I didn't find anything."
Well, that would also be with disadvantage, right? Because I mean, if it's the 8 is fine. I just meant that an investigation
Do I
is.
get? Is it
You don't.
disadvantage on saves and checks for
Yeah,
intelligence?
with saves and checks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wisdom and intelligence saves and checks, and then concentration is just saves.
Got it. Yeah. So no.
That's Norok there. That's closed, obviously. The portcullis is shut, so you can't get through.
Right.
Yep. Pardon me.
So you have your own adventure over here, Nazim. I'm gonna kind of lean up and like sit down up against one of these things.
Sure. There's a torch above you. That room is pretty illuminated, so the doors are still open, by the way, to the left. So there's still sand and everything blowing in the doorstep there. What's everybody doing?
Ooh.
There was a dead mummy in one of these corners, right? Like downtown.
It was like turned to ash, like oblitterated. It was
Oh,
killed by a
boy.
lightning bolt. Yeah, it was killed by a lightning bolt. There's still bits of it left, but not much.
Oh god. All right. Well, then, is there anything on this like Orbian to salvage?
Ugh,
Especially like his
make
armor plate.
Orbian leather.
so here, like what you guys had seen of it, especially now that it's no longer moving, it was just a natural creature that had been, kind of augmented, let's say, with these plates and other, things on top of it. Not a particularly intelligent species, but still just a regular creature that was kind of covered in dimeridium. The plates themselves are very thick and very heavy. The usefulness of them is really up to you. They're kind of form fitted to the shape of the carapace of the creature. So, you wouldn't necessarily be able to just use them as like an armor or anything like that, but they are a bunch of small segmented, what lobstering is, like lobstered plates.
Yeah.
So kind of individual little sections of plates basically that you could theoretically remove and then, save in the bag, but they are very heavy and maybe limited in usefulness just due to their shape.
Is this like a type of material that you can like melt down again and reform it into something?
In the correct, very rare environments, yes, but it is a very high temperature metal. You can't melt it down, easily in just any old forge.
I will ask Artemy if we can try to like shove one or two like smaller pieces of plates into the bag of holding.
Definitely.
Okay. Go ahead and add those, Fox, and they are 35 pounds a piece for each plate, and they're probably a foot square each.
And they're made out of what?
Anybody should be able to add anything
And
to
a
the
couple
bag of
inches thick.
holding.
Oh, that's right. It's called dimeridium. It's otaterol is you guys didn't so you guys have heard of it quite a bit, but otaterol is the colloquial name. Dimeridium is the real metal name. Either of those are fine. You can call it either one. What you doing, Holmes?
Does it look like there's any levers over here to lift this gate up? And if not, I'm going to see if I can try to lift it at least enough for them to get up under it so the guys ain't stuck over there.
Okay. You don't see any in that the room is, essentially fully illuminated, and it's like I told you guys, it's clean in here. Remember I told you guys that initially that whereas these tombs typically in the two that you've been in previously were largely filled with rubble and sand and so on, this one is actually clean and maintained. And hence anything, sticking out of the wall or something would be pretty obvious because it's not, basically would be easy enough to see. Your side, there's a little bit more over there. It would take some investigation, but I would say if you spend, a minute or so looking, you don't see anything on that side either. Nazim?
All right. Or can I attempt to give it a lift on
Sure.
my side? The gate? Yep. Yeah,
Okay. Strength check with disadvantage.
Okay.
19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19. 19.
So when I see him struggling with it, I'll assist him with the second if he makes an attempt.
I'm gonna say, unless you're proficient in athletics, I don't think you'd really be able to assist with it. Are you? No, you're not.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's just so heavy that you know just a regular assist would require proficiency there. Not a great roll either. No such luck. I mean, you do know that there's a path around it, maybe that contributes to your lack of success a little bit, and that you kind of know that you know you can get around anyway. But
Okay,
you know,
good.
egress, if you were to need to get out of here quickly, that could be that could be a problem. You know, you basically you would be stuck against that, but you do know that if you went north, just like Nazim and Pogo have, that you could get around that way.
All right. Well, which way do we need to go? Back in the room that we're in, right, guys? You guys need to come back around where we are, right?
Yeah, I just got to go back up and around. We can
Alright.
make it. Pogo, you good?
I'm gonna start hobbling after him.
All right.
Do you remember back when we had warm rooms and we had a view and we could just look out and the snow was falling around, but we had a fire and we had a servant who would just make us food and soup? Remember him? We have a wine cellar with cheese. I had sex with a girl in the cheese room once. And I'm just gonna just keep talking to him as we're going through here.
You remind yourselves that Pogo was recently concussed by rocks falling on his head.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in my brain.
And I've already searched what I could during combat here, so I found nothing in this room.
I wouldn't say nothing. You just didn't really have time to look around a whole lot in the middle of a fight. It's not like you really tossed the whole room. The room obviously has significance. You just, you know, wouldn't have been able to really interact with it much while you were in the middle of fighting.
Does anyone have a way of helping out with, and then I'm just gonna hold up like my bloody arm, like it's all bent wrong. Anyone think we could do, or should we take a break? Smoke break if you got them. We could probably, well, where's what's her face? I'm gonna go ask Sarana. I'm not gonna yell it, but I will go a little closer. Is there anything else we should know? Like, are there more guards through here, or do you think we've triggered an alarm?
Alarm, I really don't know, but more guards, I mean, certainly. These places are filled with traps and security measures to prevent people from taking what is in here.
All right.
I would
Fine.
not expect that we have an easy path now just because this thing is dead. And she kind of gestures over her shoulder.
Ah,
I have one more potion of greater healing if you want it.
Do a rest if you need your rest.
we could
Or
do a
there might
maybe we could do a short rest.
I mean, do we
How
have
long do you
time
need?
to take a short rest? We
Actually,
barely made it through the front door.
I have a couple.
Barely.
I got a couple potions. I forgot that I had these. Let me. I got 3, so let me see what one of them gets me to. Roll, bitch.
I got
That
I see a
ain't
12.
shit.
Yeah, not much.
Does Arteme have a spirit? Hey, Arteme, do you got that crazy magical spirit thing? I'll
Not right
hang
now.
out next to you if you need to do it.
Okay, I don't have one, but if people group up, I'm gonna use Mass Cure Wounds.
There we go. Group up, everybody.
Nazim, you coming?
Yep, trying to press down here.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, everybody gathers around. We'll say that you guys can, you know, move yourselves where you need to, but everybody
Everybody has to be
gathers
within
around.
30 feet, so...
You're about good right there. To get everybody. 6 creatures in a 30-foot radius, so yeah, that's enough to cover everybody. Go and roll it, Fox.
Big money, no whammies.
Did it not roll?
I didn't see it roll yet.
Okay.
Go ahead and click the healing button in the chat there.
Give it a minute, because I hit it. It should go.
I don't see it on my side. I can roll it for you if you want.
It's not working. I tried
Okay.
rolling it twice.
Let me see. That is still super loud. Hang on. Jeez, that was loud. So that's not the.
Easy Pete's.
Maybe it's interface then. I mean, I'm just gonna turn them both down. Maybe it's environment. I'll just turn all those down and see what happens. Oh,
Wait,
your
now
rolls just
it's
came through.
rolling?
Yeah, your rolls just came through. 21 then was the heal. So everybody within that radius gets 21. All right, so one of those worked. I don't know which one it was. Maybe it was environment. Yeah,
Thank you.
I think it was environment then. So 21 hit points to everybody, including
Whoa,
Serana
all right.
Thank you.
and yourself, Fox.
Well, at least I'm feeling alive.
All right, you guys short resting as well? What's the plan? Serana says, I wouldn't suggest taking a break in here, but if we maybe step outside or hide ourselves in some way, leaving this mess here, anything that walks through here is going to realize that the place has been breached.
Well,
do the
first,
18.
let's see if we can lock that front door area.
There you go.
The door that closed that Norak tried to lift up.
Mm-hmm.
Did it-
That's just a portcullis. The door is on the other side of it, but
Is there
the front
a-
doors are open too.
Yeah, the front doors, if I remember correctly, they just push open, but they don't have any handles or anything. No way
Correct.
to really.
Yep, they were just secured by the sphinxes outside.
I'm
The
gonna
oracles.
take. I'm gonna see if I can find any part of the scorpion to shove, like around an edge of the door, like putting, like a towel underneath
like a
the door
piton?
in the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that. I'll
Okay.
roll with disadvantage on it. I probably won't be able to, but I think that's to keep that door from opening.
Yeah. Make a. I guess maybe sleight of hand. I guess.
Sure. Oh,
While
let
he's
me
trying
roll
to pull that
Yeah.
off, I'll just remind everyone there's a room up top that we still need to search completely.
All right, take the lower score.
13. I mean, you are able to, with some help from Serana, take one of the claws off of the creature that you feel like has a tapered enough end that you could jam it up underneath the door. With some effort, somebody would still be able to push through it. But if they're don't put any weight behind it, basically, don't put a lot of weight behind it, you think it'd probably hold. And that was the front doors, right? Like the ones that go outside.
Front
Okay.
doors.
Right. Those are closed and at least lightly secured. Serana says then, okay, so is the plan to just hole up in here then for a little bit until everybody feels a little better?
I think
Yeah,
we'll-
I'll take some time to search upstairs as well, or not upstairs, to the north.
Well, are you taking a short rest or no? Because you can't search and take a short rest.
Oh,
I mean, you
shoot,
could do
yeah,
one and then the other. You just can't do them at the same time.
Yeah, one than the other.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and apply your short rest if anybody's doing so. Sorry, Fox. Okay.
I'm using the thing if people are willing.
All right. So everybody,
There's
if
the
you're hang on,
medic- so
instead
they
of
can
rolling your hit
heal.
dice, guys, instead of rolling, you just take the maximum for the hit dice for how many you're going to use. So, Sako, you just rolled. Yours are d8s. So add. Hang on. Let me look at your rolls here. Add 2,
add 3 more.
3. That's 5. Add 8 total hit points to what you just healed yourself for.
Okay.
And then for everyone else, just subtract the number of hit dice that you're going to use. Just change your hit dice number to that, and apply the maximum amount of healing that you would get, which is that hit dice roll plus your con modifier. So Norok, for you, yours are d12s, right, for hit dice.
So
Yeah. So if you're going to use some homes, yours would be d12. Well, for every dice you want to use, Ben, would be 16 hit points to you.
Weird that it
For everyone
won't
that
let
wanna
you
use
manually remove them.
Where
really?
do
It
you
won't?
find your hit dice again?
It is.
Oh
It's
yeah,
under
I
your
can remove them.
features.
Just-
Okay. Fox, I think. Pardon me. I think yours are d8s for Drew, if I remember right. Let me see. It's under features though, and then down at the bottom where it says hit points. If you click on that, it'll say hit dice 1d8 per druid level.
Oh, okay.
But you need to add your con modifier to it too. So for you, Fox, it's 10 for every hit die that you want to use. So just subtract
And
the
how
number
many
of hit
die
dice.
do you have total?
So the same as your levels. You have 17.
Okay, so mine's a D8 and I'm
Okay.
on +3, so
Yeah, plus your con modifier. So
everything is
yeah.
11 is the maximum then.
well, however many you want to use, it's whatever your hit die is plus your con modifier, and then what you do to change it is where it says hit dice on your main page of your character sheet. There's a little gear in the top right. Click on that. It'll say adjust hit dice,
I'm trying
and
to
then you
look
can
at that.
change the number. You already rolled
No.
yours though, Sako, so you probably don't need to unless you're going to use more than what you
Yeah,
just rolled.
I need to use a lot more. Yeah.
Okay. And remember, you get half of those back on a long rest. So however many you use, you'll get half of what's missing. No, sorry, you'll get half of your total back on a long rest.
Okay.
So it would take you
So
2 days
that's
to get all your hit dice back,
9.
basically. Well, you can ignore the number.
Yeah.
Ignore the number that you roll. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for everyone you roll is going to be 11 hit points.
That's 33 hit points total.
Okay.
All right. 11, 5.
Serrano's going to do the same thing. And here's Stray
35.
Cats
Okay, so
meowing.
where do I find the hit dice to, like, say I use some?
So go to the main page on your character sheet,
68.
and you see where you have hit points and then hit dice next to the hit points. Click on the gear in the top right of the hit dice.
I'm not seeing it.
Here, I'll show you here.
You gotta kind of mouse over it for it to appear.
Oh, for the gear? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do one more. We can
Oh,
take
okay, I see.
And then I just put a tiny little dot where it is. I'll drop it in the chat.
so
Little
4
red dot
more.
is where the gear appears.
Oh, wait, why is it saying I have 118 of 130 hit points? But my max is 118. I'm so confused.
I see. I don't see 130. I see 118. I see you at 118 out of 118
Well,
is what I see.
when I hit the gear on my hit points,
Uh-huh.
it says 118 of 130.
Yeah, I'm at 179.
Yeah. Okay. That 130 is wrong. I don't know where that's coming from. You can ignore it. I see what you're talking about now too, Fox. I see 130 there too. But your 118 is your correct max. Oh, hang on. I do see why. You guys have temporary hit points still because you did the was it the feast or something? When did you get the temporary hit points? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
6. Yeah, 6 over. You're right.
Yeah, so
Yep.
you see underneath your hit points there, it'll say plus temp, and there's a number there, and that's temporary maximum hit points. And I think you got that from like a Hero's Feast or something like that. I don't remember.
Yep.
So that's where the additional ones are coming from, which means you actually could heal up to 130. Why is that? Yeah, because it must not be factoring in the, because I think 118 was your correct max if I remember right. Maximum override is 118. Oh, hang on, no, okay. Okay. Don't worry about it. The 12 is already factored into the 118. If you look at that same thing where it shows you the 130 Fox, it says maximum override is 118, and that's because of the temporary maximum is 12. It is already reflected. Your current hit points are whatever that max is that's shown there. So you can ignore the 130 still.
Okay, that's just confusing.
It is really stupidly confusing for no good reason either. I really don't like the way that they updated the system here. There'd be much better ways to handle all this. They tried to make it more kind of robust, I guess, to handle the D&D, rule system, but it isn't really necessary at all. Like, I personally don't need any of that. Maybe for new DMs, I don't know. Okay, so you guys take your rest. I will tell you that during this time there is enough kind of quiet contemplation and discussion amongst the group that you do hear a lot of noise coming from the facility. You hear a lot of kind of mechanical clanging and like gears turning and that kind of mechanical kinds of sounds coming from below you, but nothing on this floor, I guess I'd put it that way, for lack of a better term. So there's definitely noise. You don't necessarily recognize whether it's in response to you being here or not. Like there doesn't seem to be any further urgency in the noise. There doesn't seem to be any pursuit, anything like that. It does otherwise appear to be quiet, except for the mechanical noise. So what are you guys doing?
After the rest.
Oh, I gotta apply my short rest. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and apply that so you get your spells and stuff back.
Oh, yeah.
During the time, by the way, I will tell you that over the Rocky Talkies, you do hear Taravar's voice asking, "Have you found him yet?"
Still looking. Almost got wiped out by a giant bug.
Let me know when you find him.
Oh, hope you're doing well.
Was there door in the other room to the south as well? That
Yeah, there is another door. Yeah, there's all four of the walls, and there's just one northeast, south, and west. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You haven't tried the one to the south or the one to the east yet. You just know the one to the north goes in that loop that goes around.
But I saw a room like in a door in the hallway to the south as well. That since I know connects, the north connects, I would assume the bottom connects.
I'm not sure which. Double. Well, click and hold down
On
where you
the-
mean on the map.
I mean,
So I
like
know what you're
in
talking
here,
about. Uh huh.
is there a door? I can't see because
There's a door right
I
here.
remember seeing a door down there.
You see this red ping I'm dropping?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
there's a
was
door
just
right there.
wondering if there was one like over here.
Oh no, not that
opposite
you saw.
of that.
Yeah, in fact, actually, outside of that, there wouldn't have been room for it because you guys teleported in right over there, and you saw the other side of that wall basically, so there wouldn't be room for
I
another
just couldn't
chamber there.
remember, and I can't see it now.
Yep, all good.
Okay, then I'm gonna go listen at this door, I guess.
Okay.
My perception's real bad, but we'll give it a try.
All right, that one you can. Well, you go up to the door. It is smooth, just like the other. No, doorknob or hardware for opening it. What are you specifically looking for?
Oh, I was just listening to see if I heard
Oh, listening. I'm
anything,
sorry,
but
I
I'm
didn't hear
guessing I don't.
You don't. Yeah, there's no sound coming from the other side. The air in here is very stagnant too.
Right, so are we going through the double doors, or are we checking this room?
Well, I'm still gonna check the north room.
I'm gonna go with Nazim.
Okay.
Actually, fuck that. I'm gonna stay with Norok and just kind of lean up against them.
You didn't have great odds staying with Azim last time.
Yeah.
You still have that. Your concentration on guidance would have fallen by now, so I'll take that off.
That's gone.
Where you going, Nazim?
Straight north. Going to go to this room, and now that I'm not being chased and not in combat, I can take my time.
Okay.
However long a click is going to be, however you consider, a time click, I'll be looking for items of interest, not only myself but the party. Any types of switches or button style triggers.
All right.
And
make an investigation check, and then we'll come back to you. Okay. While you're doing that, Serana is trying to, looking over the creature to see if there's anything worthwhile to gather from it, other than the plates you already took off. What's Norok up to, Holmes?
All right.
What you doing, G?
Guys going through south door over here, right, Sarah? Fine.
Yeah, Sarah's over here with like her ear pushed up as far as she can and being like, I don't hear shit, guys. This room's empty.
As I walk up here with Norok, is the liquid in here? Is it the pool? Is it just? Does it
It's
appear
not
to
even a
be
pool.
water?
It's stone. Yeah, it's not a pool at all.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yep.
It's not letting me move very well. If you want to just bring me down by the door, Holmes, I'm going to check out that door.
Okay.
Maybe try to. Does it have a knob, or is it just one of those pushing doors?
It is. It's just smooth. It's like the other ones that you guys came through.
We'll gently kind of move it a little bit and peek in, see if
Okay.
we see anything going on.
All right. It
Yeah,
does swing a little bit open. You don't have much view there. Pogo, are you going with Norok?
Yep, I'm following him right on
Okay.
the 6.
Okay. Then in that case, Pogo's sword being illuminated does give you some view into the room. It's like immediately it's like a plus intersection, like a T intersection, but basically, 3 other directions. It's a hallway that splits.
Okay.
You can't see very far into it, but you see just barely in the shadow. Well, Sarah can see better, of course, stepping in. There is a very large sarcophagus at the southern end of it, and then there's 2 kind of splits where the hallway goes left and right.
All right. I got a bit more movement in. At least I'm going to go down and just wait at the intersection and look around both ways. Well, both because it looks like the one part's are dead, but look around both ways and see if there's anything moving.
All right.
And then I'll wait there.
It is quiet. You don't have a lot of vision yourself to be able to see very far, but okay, with Pogo with you, you can see that it goes down.
I'm actively using
Staying
my
right on
action to hide behind him.
Okay.
using my
Sure. Go ahead and roll a stealth check with it.
sure.
You can see then the tail end of two other sarcophagi, one of which appears to have been opened. I'll put it that way. So Sarah, you stepping around the corner there, you see that sarcophagus has been disturbed. The lid is open, whereas the other two still look like they're sealed and closed. But you have light coming in from behind you as well. So with the 19, that's good. Okay. Jumping over, let's check with Artemy real quick, and then we'll hop back to Nazim. What you doing, Artemy?
This is after the rust?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna look around to see if I could find anything that I'd recognize from experience. To see if we like find the next way through, etc., and map stuff out.
Okay. Make a history check. Okay. There are along the reliefs along the wall in here are a whole lot of not mosaics, I guess, but reliefs basically. Like the walls are kind of carved in these relatively shallow carvings depicting the famous historical battles and things of ancient Vabi, of the Tegura, of the giant, crocodilian centaur type creatures that you guys met one of. But they have long since been extinct. But they were the founders of Vabi. Anyways, there's a whole bunch of reliefs of them. You do think, from having read as much as you did out of that treatise of the ancient Vabian kings, that you recognize one of them as the founder. The unifier is what he was called. Because you see kind of the same depiction of the same Tegura in a bunch of them. It was very very large and usually depicted in a certain way, and you recognize that same person being depicted in multiple different sculptures in the walls.
Okay. I guess I'll share that with the group and go from there.
Okay. Nazim, that room up there, the chamber is definitely an embalming chamber. Like, this is where embalming would typically be done. There's a shelf on the wall with some canopic jars that each have a picture of an organ on them, of specific organs that are typically embalmed during that process. There is a stone embalming table in the middle, which is with the one with the knife on it that's there. It's kind of in the center of the chamber here. There basic cartouche instructions as well for embalming, but it's not, I mean, it's functional instruction. It's not, here's how to get through a door type of instructions, if that makes sense. It's basically for an actual embalmer, like wash your hands when you're done and things like that are essentially what it's depicting there. Yeah, like kind of instructional things for the workers, basically, if that makes sense. Not something like here's a key to a trap type thing, if that makes sense. There's 4 alabaster canopic jars though that are resting on a shelf there, and each of them have a certain deific lid on the top of the canopic jar. Like basically like there's Bastet, who's the lion-headed one. There's Sekhmet, which is a snake-headed one. Duamatef, the jackal-headed, and Sobek, which is a crocodile head.
Okay. I'm not getting any arcane significance from these jars. They weren't holding anything arcane in nature. It's just more of a functional.
There's a thin residue, kind of, just residual energy still in the room. Not the the objects themselves, but clearly there was a lot of energy passing through here recently.
Gotcha. Inspecting this jar on the table itself, do I see anything out of the ordinary, or just an empty jar at this point?
That's
with scripture.
Yeah, that's just the physical jar that you see on the map there isn't actually there. There's 4 total, and they're up on the shelf on the left there. Yeah, but yeah, they're the art is not a 100% depiction of what I'm describing here for you.
Okay. Then since this room is fairly clean, I'm gonna head back to everybody.
Okay.
And I'll let them know the findings.
All right. We will hop back over to Norok and Pogo and Sarah then. What are you guys doing?
Well, Sarah's on broom. trying to look inside the one that's open.
Okay, one more time. You're trying to use the broom to look inside?
I'm like going up higher on the broom to like
I
look
see.
in it because I'm not crawling up in there.
Okay. Well, it makes sense too because they're actually very large. So you'd have to probably get a boost to be able to look over the edge, anyways. All right. So you see the feet of a mummified creature. You would guess probably human or at least humanoid. Certainly not large enough to have been a Tegura, but it is long dead creature in there.
There's a dead one in that, and it's kind of open.
Make a perception check too, Sarah.
Oh, that's bad. I'm bad at perception. I backed away in everything.
Ooh, 11's not very good. Justin, did you?
My map just kind
Okay.
of died on me. But I am going to the one in front of me. Can I even see over the top of it?
Not
I
really.
can't.
You can see that it's closed,
It
but
looks like a table to me, basically.
yeah, like with solid sides, yeah.
Okay. There we go. Reloaded. I am just going to kind of keep my sword at the side, trying to hide behind Norok's leg, and
Okay.
I'm just going to be like, should we open one of I mean, this is probably where those mummies came from, right? Like, do you think these other two are gonna?
I mean, there's still a body in that one, so I don't think so.
You did, by the way, that when the mummies arrived, they came through portals on the walls.
I mean,
in that chamber. So
we can see what's in these things, but I mean, is there? We could ask Sarana if she knows of the purpose of these. Did you see anything in the other one that was open?
A dead body.
But
There's
anything else?
No, I saw dead feet and I backed the hell away from it.
All right, maybe we should just close this door. Maybe we just lock this door and don't come back in the big room.
Probably a good idea. I'm going back out here.
all right. Then you guys make your way back out and close the door behind you. Norok will go ahead and move you.
Does the door? Is there a way to lock the door?
Not that you see. It's just smooth.
Right.
Yeah.
It's smooth. I'm gonna grab some. Does it open either way?
It pushes in. So from this chamber, it would push
so
in from where you are.
I can't even really block that.
Yeah. You'd have to block from the other side.
I'm gonna tell the rest of the group that there's some giant fucking coffins in the other room, sarcophagi. Should we be concerned? And I'm kind of directing this towards Serana. Or is this just, if this is a crypt, so should we not worry about that? Oh, did I lose audio?
Nope. I heard you. What's the plan?
So Serana,
Oh, sorry. You were asking her?
I was asking Serana, should we be worried about those, or do you think they're just, sarcophagi?
They're probably guardians of some such, but if she saw them and they don't appear to be attacking now, maybe they or their enchantments have faded over time or something. I don't know. I mean, they know we're here after all the noise we made.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe
Those
they
are
think
she's just guessing. By the way, she doesn't know.
Yeah, maybe they think we left though because of all the lack of noise over the last bit of time.
He came in, smashed up their sentinel scorpion, and then just decided that was enough and left for the day.
I don't think there were any other doors in the room to the north, right?
Correct. The room to the north just loops around. What was that, Nazim?
I said it could happen. Some adventurers aren't as bold. I didn't run away.
Well, I'm not going to be the first one into the next room.
Are these doors also just flat slabs?
They are flat slabs, but there is a similar. Nobody's looked at them yet until now. So there is a similar cartouche depiction on the door as what was on the front doors that you guys came through that the oracles opened for you. The door itself is split, half of the cartouche on each side, and there are 4 symbols like organs on the door. two on each side, and then kind of encompassed with this enveloping ellipse, kind of circle, squared circle, I guess. The half shows on each door.
Does coincide with anything from the embalming room upstairs?
Sure do.
All right, I'll let everyone know what I found up there and list the, I guess, the jars and how there are 3 jars that are not open yet. And let's go up there and see if they match any of the doors.
Okay.
I'm going to hide behind this pillar.
There's only 2
One.
remaining pillars, which I will point out too. By the way, this place is built of a structural integrity that when those pillars came down, you may have expected the roof to start caving in or something. It didn't. It was still solid. So they may not be load bearing. They may be.
Yeah, as long as a flying ship doesn't crash into the roof,
really,
they're gonna be okay.
Kill Artemis Ant.
Yeah, I brought it back.
These 3
Fine.
jars, what were the symbols on them? I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, so the organs that you see both on the canopic jars themselves with the heads on them. Or sorry, hang on. I'm sorry. In there, you don't see the symbols of the organs. You just see the heads of the the deific creatures on each jar. The door that Sarah's standing in front of, she sees organs on the door, and those are lungs. One that make a medicine check, Sarah.
Oh, God. I'm sure my medicine is terrible. Where is it? Yep, because it's a wisdom.
Okay, so it's lungs, question mark, intestines.
All right.
Sarah doesn't spend a lot of time digging through guts to be able to recognize what the organs look
Hey,
like.
Artemis, you want to come look at this door?
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
why is there a GIF that says that of all things?
I don't know. No idea.
No, that's still because your proficiency, Fox. That's still great. 25 is
Yeah,
still
but I
still
rolled an
phenomenal.
8. Come on.
All right, but it's still getting a 25 when you still roll badly tells you that it's you spent plenty of time studying your books. You have no trouble whatsoever. You recognize that it's lungs, liver, stomach, and then intestines. And Nazim, in answer to your question, there, the jars themselves, you recognize them because these are a faith you grew up with, of course. But they're Bastet, which is the lion-headed kind of ancient deity. They're not really. I say they're not followed as an active religion. This is kind of the ancient religion of Vabi, where these were kind of the demigods, effectively. That they're not really like actually worshipped anymore, but in ancient times they were, and this is an ancient temple. Anyways, Bastet.
Sorry,
who was
lungs, liver.
lungs, liver, stomach, and intestines. And those deities on the canopic jars are. You recognize Sobek, which you guys actually met, Tegura, who were, the Sobekites. Tegura is like Sobeks are the culture and Tegura is the race, but basically Sobek is the name of that god, hence the culture name for him, which is the crocodile-headed, old ancient god. Duamatef, which is the jackal-headed one. Sekhmet, which is the snake-headed one, which is like a king cobra head, and Bastet, who's the lion-headed one. One of the jars is on the table, but yeah, all 4 of the jars are there. One of them is open. The other 3 are still sealed.
Which one was the open one?
The open one is Sekhmet, the snake-headed.
Okay.
Here, I'll put the names in the chat for you too. I don't know.
Perfect. All right. I'll scream down to everyone, letting them know what we found over here, so that way they kind of are on the same page.
Okay.
And elaborate. I'm guessing we should maybe start opening these guys up, and this is going to start to do things. Or we have to process what's inside based on the instructions left. But I'll throw that out to the team, see if anyone wants to get their hands dirty. I'm assuming it's going to be very heavy with medicine.
Well, I'm not good with medicine on some of my best days.
Me either.
Bogo's
I
usage of
can
medicine is for inebriation, not for curing.
help someone a little bit. So before you guys, how long does this fucking? It doesn't say. Why doesn't it say?
What are you looking for?
Edit item. Here we go. 1 hour. Great. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability for Owl's Wisdom on Artemis.
Okay.
So that way she has advantage on wisdom checks.
Okay.
For whatever they're going to do up there. Because medicine is a wisdom thing.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
And then I'm staying down here because
Oh, hang on. Did
my
I?
hands dirty.
Nazim, I know I had you looking around it there. Did I have you roll an investigation check? I thought you rolled really badly. Did you? Let me see.
No.
You got a 23. Okay. Hang on. There was an important point that a 23 would have gotten. I think you rolled when you initially ran through in combat and didn't see much then.
Yeah.
There's blood around the shelf where the canopic jars are, and specifically one of them that is was tampered with recently. I'll put it that way. That there's blood around it. It's the one that's sitting on the table there now.
Gotcha. All right. I'll let the team know that as well. I'm thinking we should start
It's
pulling
fresh
these
blood. I'll
jars.
put it that way. Yeah. Whatever you want to do with it. I'm just saying that the blood is not old. It's fresh blood.
Like how? Well, I wouldn't know. Sarah's terrible at medicine.
Wait. I have an idea. These mummies that we have around here, they still got organs, perhaps? Or they would have already been processed beforehand.
I would say that Nazim, you would know that a mummy is, during the embalming process is removing the organs
Part of it.
before they, yeah. So.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll call up for someone who has medical up here, so maybe we can start looking at these jars. We might have to do something with organs. You never know.
I mean, who do you want to? I would recommend maybe Arteme help you with these jars.
Sure.
Where
At this
are
point,
you?
room to the north of the main scorpion room.
The other north. There you go. So there are 4 jars in there. Each of them has one of the heads of the kind of ancient gods here. The names that I put in the chat there, but basically a lion-headed, which is Bastet, snake-headed, which is Sekhmet, jackal-headed, which is Dumatef, and crocodile-head, which is Sobek. One of the jars, Sekhmet, that is setting aside right now, is open. The other 3 are sealed. The one of them is open, is setting aside, and has blood around it, like fresh blood, like recently, before you guys got here. It's not from, Nazim splashing it everywhere as he ran through.
Yeah, I'm thinking let's just grab Duamet, the jackal, and crack open these jars, see what's going on. Yeah, your name.
It's up to you guys.
I mean, is there like, I don't know. The door, is it just symbols or is it like places to put stuff? Like
Just symbols.
Okay.
Yeah, just like the front door was.
I don't know, that's up to you guys. I have no idea.
All right, I'm just going to grab a jar. I'll grab the jackal and move it to the table and open that.
Okay. It is stuck pretty thoroughly. Well, okay. It takes some effort to get it open, but it does open. You don't have to roll for it. But it's definitely been stuck for a long time and hasn't been opened certainly anytime recently. I would put it that way. But you open it and there is a ungodly smell coming out of it, of course, and a blackish, indiscernible liquid at the bottom of the jar. That rattles as you kind of have to put it in one arm and use the other arm to rip the lid off, and it kind of splashes around inside of it. You don't splash it on yourself, but it is, nearly enough for a con save to see if you vomit. But you do, see what you expect to be the biological remnants of organs had been in there previously before closing it.
Is there any way for me to discern what organs they were?
They've long since melted into biological goo.
Can we do comparative to all the other jars?
Make it sure. Make a we'll call it an investigation, I guess.
Really?
Natural one. No such luck. Arteme, make another history check. What was that? Who did that?
It's like an extra sound.
Did the game do it, or did somebody else do it?
Yeah.
That's my sad.
Another natural one. Jeez.
You need another sad horn with that?
Oh, okay. Was it you? Okay. I thought somebody. Yeah, I thought somebody else did it because I didn't think it came from Foundry, but.
Yeah, you guys gonna drink some of it? Do you think it's soup?
It's probably a secret healing ointment.
Probably. You gotta rub it all on your genitals to make it work.
Yep.
Fool me once.
All right, up to you guys then. Honestly, I just want to investigate them. All right, leaving it up to you guys.
Well, I'm not in the room.
Either am I.
I mean, I'm just leaning up. My head hurts. I'm leaning up against this column, avoiding the door, just kind of keeping an eye out in this room. You guys, you do it. Feels right.
I'm gonna say, Sarah, while you were standing there in front of the door, there, you did notice that as you were hearing activity in the room to the north, where Arteme and Nazim are, that the symbols glow and then stop glowing again and then glow again. Three of them lit up and then kind of just very dim, not all the way. Not. I'm saying a very dim glow, not as bright as the front door. So comparing it to that, just briefly, three of them do. One of them never lit up at all.
Okay. Hey, whatever you guys just did a second ago, do that again.
All right, I'm just gonna grab the jackal one more time.
Okay.
Slosh around the stuff,
Okay.
the black goo that's in there.
Okay.
And then I'll shout.
Nothing happened, Sarah.
All right. Well, nothing. If you did something, nothing happened this time. But before, like 3 symbols lit up for like a second.
That was when we tried to open all 3 at the same time, right?
Well, they're too big. You couldn't have opened all 3 at the same time. You had to pick one up, set it down, pick up another one, set it down. They're big, like they're the size of your torso.
Yeah.
A little smaller, but.
If we put this jar back that's on the table back to its position, so all 4 are sitting there, can you give that a shot?
You set that back down, and Sarah, the stomach lights up. The one that Arteme told you was the stomach.
The stomach lit up. Whatever you just did.
Okay, so all 4 on, stomach lights up. Okay. Stomach. Let's go check out that door.
Hang on, only 3 of them are on there. One of them is still sitting on the table. There's one sitting on the table there that you moved over that already has the lid off and has blood around it, and then there's 3 that are sitting on the shelf.
Okay.
And you pulled those 3 off one by one, opened them, and then put it back. And when you put them back, it seems like it lit up to Sarah in the other room.
Okay. And we can't have all 4 on the shelf again?
I mean, you could. You just haven't done it yet, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I said. We'll put everything back on the shelf, so all 4 are back in their respective spots.
When you put the other 3 back, the lungs, stomach, and intestines light up. The liver does not light up. Sarah?
Okay, you're good on 3. You still need the liver.
The liver is the one that the jar was. The liver is the sobakite, the crocodile headed. No, I'm sorry. Hang on. The liver is the the snake, Sekhmet. But that doesn't. You don't know if that matters or not. You just know that the liver did not light up in the other room.
Long shot here. I know it's not a snake, but can we take a look at the scorpion guts? Maybe this might help.
Put some in the jar, maybe.
Yeah.
To fill the jar back up.
Yeah, if we kind of inspect here, and throw some of these guts in them.
This reminds me of that old folk song. Fill in the jar with scorpion guts. It's all you got to do. Do you guys remember that one from your
I love
childhood?
Nirvana.
That's a good one.
That's just as good as underneath the bridge.
So yeah, scoop up a little bit of these scorpion guts. Bring them with me in my hands to the jar.
Okay.
Make sure to grab the liver.
Well, we're talking an
I
arachnid
can't.
here. Yeah.
Oh, does it have a liver?
Yeah. So so Nazim, you do grab,
I don't
some
even
of
know
its
if it has a
internal.
brain. It just has a
Yeah, it's
nervous
not.
system.
A little mixture.
You grab as much as you can and kind of slosh it into the jar, set it up there. No change. The liver doesn't light up.
Whatever you
Did
did,
you
it didn't
do-
work.
What if we could? I mean, maybe. Oh no! If that, do you think the body that was in one of those tombs, one of those cadavers down south in that other room, maybe they still have livers?
Yeah,
This
there
could
is
also
one that's
be.
open.
This could also be like one of the light puzzles.
Nazim,
So
go
if-
poke the thing in the catapult in the go poke at it with something.
Go poke that mummy. See if it stands up.
Yeah.
You said one of the jars had been messed with. Which jar was that?
The one that was messed with, okay, so the description of it, 3 of the jars were still on the shelves and still sealed. Nazim opened each of them, but there was one sitting on the table there, which appears to correspond to the liver because it's never lit up. It is empty. The jar itself is empty. It doesn't have the black bile in it, and there was blood on the table around it and on the jar itself, like where it was sitting with the lid off.
Yeah, then maybe
I
we
feel
gotta
like this is a light puzzle.
maybe we should check and see if there's livers inside any of the coffins in there. I mean, I don't know where else we're gonna find a body. Unless one of us wants to give up our liver.
I'm using mine all the time.
We wouldn't want that one anyway.
Of all of you, Pogo probably needs it the most. Yes.
Yeah, mine not even work. I wouldn't.
He's done too much damage to us.
While they're out and about looking for livers in all the wrong places.
Just
We
for
got
the
a
heck
song
of it,
about
I'm gonna
life.
go. The camels, were those normal camels or were they mummified camels?
They were normal camels, yeah. They were
All right,
not dead
I'm
camels.
gonna
I
go-
specifically told you that. That's funny because I wasn't sure if anyone was going to notice. I specifically told you when they teleported in that the mummies were dead. The camels were normal camels, totally alive.
I'm gonna go try to get a liver from the camel.
Okay. So, arachnid guts, very
Pogo
difficult to try to identify
terrified?
what a liver is. But yeah, Pogo's afraid of camels and rolls an appropriate. He rolls a 3. Not even a natural 1, so he can't reroll. But
I just come back with like just wet hands crying.
I used
It was
prestidigitation to get the
terrible.
blood off.
It was so terrible. I think there's probably a liver in that camel.
Okay. Nazim,
Yeah, one of
there's
them was
blood
charred.
out
Kind
here.
of, I was kind of, yeah. Since that one wasn't charred, it is still a body that theoretically there is a liver inside of. Yes.
So I guess we'll walk over and grab the liver out of the camel then. It's to the left.
Okay. Go ahead and make we'll call it medicine again. Medicine check. Well, this time, since you know what you're looking for, and you've seen, you kind of have an idea what a liver looks like. Go ahead and roll it with advantage.
I mean, I could do it.
Yeah, obviously Arteme can. She's got a crazy modifier for it too. So I'd say between the two of you, Arteme, you pointed out to him and tell him exactly where to get it. Nazim, who already likes using a knife to remove bits of creatures for his leather collection, does the surgery. You do the guidance, and between the two of you, you easily extract just the liver cleanly.
All right. I will then bring it over to the table, and I guess with her assistance as well, I'll read over this manual, this book that's left here, to see if there's anything to process the liver properly.
Okay.
And do so at the table with the tools provided.
The instructions that are on there don't appear to give much on it other than to desiccate it first, and there is a little vat of desiccating salts which I would say that you'd have some kind of passing familiarity with the embalming process anyways, because it is a kind of a cultural relevance for, dead family members and funerary rites and things like that. So you kind of do the limited processing needed for it to kind of dry it out, and then have the processed liver ready whenever you need it.
All right. So I'll roll through that, and I'll let everyone know I'm going to put this in the jar, and then I'll put the jar back in its original place.
Okay.
Hopefully doing the liver switcheroo.
All right, so you drop the liver into the jar, put the lid back on it, set it up in its little alcove on the shelf. Sarah, the fourth and final symbol, the liver, begins to light up and glow, and the door splits down the middle.
Guys, I think it's
it is
opening.
accessible.
I'm going to hold for anything that looks scary coming out of there. I'm gonna hold Eldritch Blast. If I see anything that looks like it might attack me or anything I don't recognize, I'm Eldritch Blasting the shit out of it. So I'm holding that.
Okay.
And I'm staring around the corner of these doors.
All right. The doors don't open automatically. But they look like you can push them now. Like there's a tiny gap of quarter centimeter, maybe a few millimeters through the middle of the door. It looks like you could push it open if you wanted to.
You like the lock released.
Yep.
All right. Off we go. If everybody's ready.
All right.
Before anybody touches it, what's your marching order?
I guess I'll open it first. I'm sure they won't expect a halfling to push his door open, so maybe they'll aim high.
And hit Norok instead.
Exactly. So I will try to push one of these open.
All right. I need a marching order.
I'll
I guess positions are fine. Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna wait over here and probably go in last.
Okay. Serana is going to move over there as well. It is weirdly slow. I'll have to maybe it's that same thing. Where's Pogo at?
Pogo's behind the pillar and he's looking around.
Oh, geez. Okay, still there.
and he'll come in the back.
Okay. All right. Sarah. Sure. Sarah, you open the door. It is double doors, but the two of them open. There is a staircase. I will tell you that just on kind of basic situational awareness from the kind of the size of this chamber, because you guys were outside. Remember when you teleported it to this place, you were outside, and you saw that this whole like little facility part that you're in was connected to the base of the pyramid. This looks like it is going. It's much colder. It is pitch black. You feel like this is actually going into the pyramid itself if you step through these doors. But it is a little short hallway with some stairs leading down, some double doors in the end, and there's a door in the north, and well, basically three more doors. So one to the north, one to the south, and double doors at the end.
All right. Well, it is a tomb, and this is not our first time in the tomb. Where's my investigation? It's not terrible, but it's not great either. But I will check for traps.
Okay.
Just to be sure. That's not bad.
Nazim
Go ahead.
Nazim feels very comfortable here. He's just gonna briskly walk down because he's very comfortable here.
Okay.
Well, I guess you'll let us know if there's traps.
As you see Nazim kind of definitely floating over the steps. I haven't watched season 2 yet. I really like season 1. I don't know that season 2. I've heard not great things about it. Apparently, they're already starting season 3.
Yep.
Anyway,
July 27th next year.
Oh, that's pretty quick then for a turnaround. All right. The hallway, though, nothing stands out. There's nothing, you don't see little holes where, darts could fly out or, jets where flame could come from, anything like that. The walls are still covered in those same reliefs that Artemis pointed out to you earlier of an ancient Vabian king. But other than that, this is, a seemingly quiet, calm, and unobstructed room.
All right, 2 things. Each door I'm just going to put my hand and my ear against to see if I hear any type of vibrations or sound coming out of all 3 of these rooms.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Really?
You guys are rolling so many natural ones tonight.
Oh no, you're pretty far away from me. Never mind.
Yeah, you're back behind the pillar, so you don't hear anything.
I'll probably get my ears suction cupped to the door and get stuck.
There was a lot of, cacophonous booming sound in that battle, and maybe you're still suffering a little deafness from it. Arteme, similarly, you're kind of trying to hear into the hallway here. You're not hearing much. I will tell you that you are hearing the same mechanical sounds I described to you guys earlier, coming from below, like definitely below where you're standing in here. From floors not where you are. You don't see further stairs going down where you are, but there's definitely mechanical sounds coming from further below.
Doors still don't have doorknobs?
Smooth perception check, Sarah.
No.
Not ADA compliant.
Yeah, there's no ramp, that's for sure. In fact, I will explain now that you guys have seen a little bit of why this place is so big. The ceilings are so high in here, and the hallways are so large and everything. You gather now, having seen, kind of what this facility is for, of course, that this was probably built with the Tegura in mind, and they're, 12 feet tall or so at the shoulder, and much, much wider. So these, had to accommodate such large creatures, and hence are a bit overscaled for humanoids. Norak feels comfortable instead of banging his head on ceilings like usual.
Yeah, for
16.
once.
It looks like that door has that tiny little air gap between it, like the other one did when it unlocked. It looks like that one maybe isn't locked. You don't know.
The one that I'm standing next to?
No, sorry, the double door to the right.
Oh, okay.
That one. What were you looking for there?
Oh, I was just standing next to it, so I was assuming the perception
Gotcha.
check was for that.
Yeah, no. As far as you know, that one's sealed. You don't know.
Well, the far doors look open. Or looks like we can go through them. I don't know if you guys want to check out these side holes.
Use mage hand. I'm just gonna scream for like yell. Whisper
Oh,
for
you still don't have your
Mage hand.
walkie-talkie.
Can
I think
mage hand
Nazim.
open? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm using a walkie-talkie. Just use mage hand. Just don't touch anything. Just use mage hand everywhere you go.
Did you get
What
it back? I think Nazim still has yours. Not that it matters. You could whisper from his distance.
No,
Anyway.
didn't Pogo steal it back?
Oh, that's right. You did.
I grabbed
No,
I
we
grabbed
gave it
that out of his pocket, put his hand.
Yeah.
Yoink.
Yep. So, all right, Rocky Talkie. Then you hear that.
I don't know. Does Mage Hand doesn't give enough pressure
pounds
to
of force.
open the door?
10 pounds. That's
Is that
plenty
enough
for
to open one of these?
for most things. Yeah. I mean, these aren't the doors themselves are quite large, of course, but remember this place is maintained.
All right, I will try to push open this door that I'm right next to.
Nothing happens.
Okay, well that one's locked. No? Alright, I will try the one over by Nazim. See if that
Okay.
one is also locked.
The north door. All right. Also, nothing happens.
Don't worry, guys. I'm readying my Eldritch Blast.
Great. So are we trying these front doors? Just ignore the side ones? No one has an opinion. Alright, Sarah's gonna push them open with Mage
All
Hand.
right. All right.
We're all holding our breath in anticipation. I was
Okay.
gonna fucking murder you.
It's a double door, so you swing one open. Inside, it is pitch black in there, except for the illumination coming from your guys' lights that you each
I
are
could
those of
actually
you that are
see
carrying.
quite a bit.
You can see just fine. Well, that's because you're dark vision, though. That said, as soon as it kicks open, one by one, you see one torch flick on, and then another one on the far side of the room, and then another one, and then another one. So one by one, 4 torches flick on with natural flame, illuminating that room so that you can see beyond it. In the middle is a very large, very ornate, and the depiction on the map is less accurate in that it's smaller in the map than it is, in what you guys are actually seeing. Likely large enough, let's just say, for a Tegura rather than a humanoid. But a very large sarcophagus in the middle of the chamber there. It's still, the place is still quiet and still. There's no motion or anything like that you can see. But with that one door open, you do see a very large sarcophagus covered in it's the shell itself is black, maybe onyx, maybe obsidian. But it's the relief of the Tegura itself on the top of it, above the sarcophagus lid, is inlaid in gold and jeweled and so on.
I will use my Mage Hand to push open this other door,
The other door? Okay.
so I get a more clear view, and I will
Sure.
go up to the door just to make sure I can figure out these corners.
Okay. You don't see anything else.
I'm gonna just be
There's
like,
nobody in here.
It
No,
might
it's
close when you go through the room, though. Look on the ceiling. Look on the ceiling.
I look up.
You don't see anything. It's just the chamber itself is conic or a pyramid in shape as well. Oddly, like the roof has a steepling, like a pyramid. There are 2 large tablets in the room on the floor. Just big stone tablets that have cartouches carved into them. Other than that, it just looks like it's a burial chamber.
Well, some torches turned on when I opened the doors, so I'm guessing we're gonna be trapped in here. I don't see any doors out of this room. So
I got a bad feeling
either
we got
we're
a
gonna
bad
have
fight
to.
next week.
Well, I have a feeling we're gonna have to go like maybe in the sarcophagus. Like maybe there's some stairs down. I don't know. Arteme, you're better at this stuff than I am.
I love that idea. Sarah's mind goes to, I'm gonna have to climb into the sarcophagus. All right, so
Well, she doesn't see it
we're
so.
we're coming up at time here anyway. So let's go ahead and we'll call it here. You guys can. I'll give you the full description of the room and everything. Like those 2 stone tablets, I'm sure Arta may be interested in. So I'll make note of that for you guys to look at it next time. What does the 24th look like?
I think I'm good.
We're good.
Yeah, I'm good. Any day is good.
Fox?
Should be good.